Warning, heavy spoilers for the ending of Attack on Titan. You have been warned. So while people in the West still wait for the release date of the Attack on Titan Last Attack movie, we have a new update regarding something else. The special 15th anniversary magazine finally got translated by Attack on fans, and in that magazine there were some questions and answers by Hajime Isayama, Yuki Kaji, and Mikasa and Arma's voice actresses, so let's read it. These are questions and answers for and answered by Hajime Isayama. What happens if a man inherits the female titan? Isayama responds with, he would be a titan with female physical traits. Hanji is the only main character whose family is not mentioned at all. Does Hanji have siblings? I get the image that Hanji is estranged from the family. Lol, that does make sense considering Hanji's chaotic personality. She's more preoccupied with the titans and her research. When the power of the titans disappeared, did the Akman power also disappear? Yes, it did. In fact, Mikasa became clumsy in sports. Bloody hell, mate, that is quite a big info drop right there. And it does sort of explain why Mikasa in the final episode seemed to be living a cozy, comfy life, not looking like a warrior because 1, she does not have to fight anymore, and 2, I'm sure she wouldn't be anywhere near as powerful as she once was. At least we know who would win in a fight between Annie and Mikasa. Annie would absolutely destroy her in a fight now. What does Burrito do on his day off? He looks for a place to be alone and lays around. Which character could stand the sauna the worst? Daz. Although the sauna is not a competition to see who can stand it the longest, the most important thing is not to force yourself. Makes sense considering how panicky and emotional Daz was in season 1. And which character could stand the sauna the best? Erwin. But the sauna is not an endurance contest, so please enjoy it at your leisure. If so, then tell me your favorite onsen, Yufun Onsen, because it's from my hometown. If Hanji was still alive in an alternative world, would they still be living with Levi, Falco, Gabby and the others? I think Hanji would be busy around, but I don't have a settled image. Hanji has a wild spirit. She does not want to stay in one place at any given time. Knowing her, she would want to travel the entire world and see all the other cultures. If he had to enlist in a regiment, which one would it be? The military police, because it's the one furthest away from the Titans. What kind of work would Eren and the others do if they lived in the modern world? Eren would probably have a lot of difficulties in modern society, and he'd change from one job to another many times. That honestly makes sense considering Eren's personality. This freedom-loving boy is all about focusing on his one and only goal to destroy all the Titans, which then sort of manifests into destroying the entire world. Eren's desires only involve destroying something in order to see the beauty of the world. So unless Eren wants to be a soldier, him working odd jobs would be pretty damn boring and dull for him. Does Levi think the ocean is beautiful? Rather than beautiful, the ocean is something mysterious and unknown to him. Did the colossal titans of the rumbling turn back into humans? If I had space to draw, I would have done it. But they would go back to being human and be completely naked. Then they would be lynched by the people who are about to be trampled by the Titans. Wow, that's pretty dark. But also, I'm not opposed to actually seeing that. It would have been interesting seeing all these people just transform back into humans, having the memories of the past. You could do a whole spin-off series based on that. But man, Isayama has a wickedly dark mind. What was the happiest and most painful moment in your creative process? The most painful was around Volume 13, when I didn't find it particularly interesting myself. The happiest moment was the start of the new chapter in Volume 23. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense, considering that Volume 13 is the beginning of the Uprising arc, which to many AOT fans is the weakest arc in all of AOT. Heck, Isayama didn't like this arc to the point where he begged Wit Studio to cut out certain plot points in order to condense the story and make it seem a little bit more exhilarating. And it makes sense that Isayama loved writing Volume 23 because that was the beginning of the Mali arc, a whole new world. What is the most recent movie or TV series that has moved you? I have always been moved by Risen. I would like to know the reason for Levi's obsession with cleanliness. Although he grew up in an unhealthy environment, I think there was a part of him that believed there was something noble flowing inside of him. That would explain why Levi is always dressed to impress, especially in seasons 2 and 4. Also, by dressing well and being clean, he doesn't want want to be reminded of his cold, dark childhood. The dude wants to rise up and be more than what his past told him to be. Hanji made stew. Is she good at cooking, or can everyone in the regiment cook? Since cooking is a soldier skill, everyone can cook. Why did Founder Ymir let the pigs go? She probably overlapped her situation with the pigs and wanted to let them go. Yep, that makes sense to me. I pretty much figured that out the moment I saw that scene. Ymir saw herself in the pigs, trapped, caged, and no freedom at all. She let them go, and she was happy for the pigs because in that one split second, it felt like she was living vicariously in the pigs. What if someone or something can let her be free? Bada 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 yiga bomb. And Mikasa, of course. Is Owen messy, or is he a person who keeps his room tidy? He might be a room messy guy. Annie, Raina, Connie, Jean shed tears as they remembered their last conversations with Eren before the final battle. What did he say to them? Did Eren also talk to Levi? If I were to draw, it would be about 18 pages of dialogue. Even then, there wouldn't be much interesting content. Not interesting content? Isayama-sama, no! I want to see those conversations. Imagine seeing one more final talk with Eren and Reiner. Oh, that would have been beautiful. But I think he wanted to focus more on Armin and Mikasa as they were his two pillars in his life. Next question. I really like Annie. Could you tell me some of her hidden characteristics? Her weak point on defense is that she can't wrestle back, but she makes up for it with body locks and wrist crosses. Thank you for creating this unique story called Attack on Titan. What is the best thing that has happened to you since you started the series? I'm simply happy with the compliments I have received, and above all with the high quality of the anime. I'm happy that people are starting to come around on the Attack on Titan ending, considering how hated it was back in 2021. But going to the New York convention, seeing and meeting the fans, as well as the anime adaptation getting a much positive reaction overall, I'm happy that Isayama feels positively towards the fandom. What kind of girls does Connie like? Gals, hot chicks. Ha, that makes complete sense considering Connie's POV shot of him looking at Mikasa back in season 4 part 2. Connie Springer, what a man you are. How would schoolgirls react if there was something about Jean in a history textbook? They would think it's a guy who is purposely posing for the camera. Lol. Jean boy cannot catch a break. Several onomatopoeias are used in the manga, such as Femai Chikai and Pa Pi, but which one do you like the most? It might be Femai Chikai. I don't know how they managed to write such small letters in analog. What happened to Falco and Gabby's relationship? They ended up together. By the way, since Falco was transformed into a Titan, he doesn't remember that he confessed his love to Gabby. Damn! Well, I'm pretty happy for the two of them. I'm guessing Gabby was the one that initiated the relationship, as she was the one who was aware of Falco confessing his feelings. Gabby Brown 100% wears the pants in that relationship. When will Attack on Sauna Land open in your hometown, Hita? Ume Hibikai and Yorazua are saunas we can be proud of all over Japan. And that's it. Those were all the major questions and answers for and by Hajime Isayama. Some really interesting answers from Isayama Sensei. Isayama Sensei and the Eren, Armin, Mikasa voice actors / actresses also revealed their favorite chapters in this 15th anniversary magazine, but that will be a video for another day. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you guys think of this? What do you think of Isayama's answers? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more Attack on Titan videos, as well as other anime updates, news, comparisons, reviews, reactions, breakdowns, rankings, and more. But thank you for watching, and as always, a boy do the view signing out.